everybody. What's going on? Welcome to a Friday edition. Yes, Friday. A little bit of a makeup from yesterday, but boy, we got a lot to talk about. A lot to get into. What's going on? I don't need to rehash much of what we've been looking at lately, but big things going on literally as we speak, and we're going to finish up the week in an ideal fashion for the big inflection. Hold up. How we doing? What's going on, everybody? No, everything's all right. Little emergency yesterday, but nothing big. The big emergency, look, I want everyone to know that this whole deal, this big bar happening today is absolutely what we've been waiting for on Bitcoin. And as I started into yesterday, that we are waiting for this big HSI inflection, and this was the week. So before we get out of here for a Friday, not a lot happening in the markets. A lot happening in crypto where I think this weekend is going to be a big deal. Let's get to it. So let's go back here. What's going on with you guys? Why don't you shill me your favorite T coin extraordinaire and let's see what we can do. Because if this is the launch pad going from there to, oh, I don't know. Where do we go from here on Bitcoin? Is this the start for the bigger move to 102.5? I think that's really possible. And so the immediate daily or even 4-hour obvious, go to the 886 now. Go to the 886. I always get that messed up here. It's like this, connecting dots. What's the deal with it? Well, about 8 hours ago, we cracked the B point with a higher low to finally trigger the 886 up to 72. 72 on the 886. It is exactly like NASDAQ about a month ago. We got oversold, had this reaction, came back up. Now what? So I think this is the start. It has been a long consolidation, but everything you want to see is here, and namely, you go on the weekly. That's what we've been waiting on for a long time. And the other big one was the total index. So again, be aware of the fact that the total index trying to do the same inflection isn't out yet, but has started in ideal fashion. And I think even for total, look, let's make this super big. Okay, this is the deal. Above 2.417, 2.42 trillion is where we start for the next price discovery March. Not only 886, but this is more, there's really no W formation here. It's just simple, ideal pullback, pause. What's going on, Mike? How you doing? Great to see you. Kang, Shade, Carthago, everyone else. Yeah, happy Friday. Yes, we are here on a Friday. What's going on? So big stuff. I mean, it really started, I would say 2 days ago with the daily breakout, 3-bar breakout above 2.7, excuse me, 2.27. But the bigger possibilities are now here. Let's take a look. Some of the big patterns. And we have a lot of big patterns that have completed and I would dare I say retested terminal bars to where now you're set to go. I mean, you got, check out ARB, 95 cents, retested, holding. All of these minimum can go on as a type 1. Bigger and, probably juicier patterns, stuff like Solana. With Solana doing the type 2, again, depends on your data feed, but it's either a type 1 blast off or a bigger type 2. This will go straight to 175 now, if not be something larger. And don't forget, Solana's got the weekly continuation at a high level. So if Solana is going to do what people have been wanting it to do, it likely starts from here. 120 was that low at the XA level. 121. And again, was it the Binance feed? Yeah, the Binance feed was the type 2. And that's fine, either Coinbase or Binance feed. But again, both of those on a rope. Yep. What's going on, everybody? Before I go any further, listen, everyone, we're going to do the crypto webinar. And it's going to be June 21. Let me highlight this. Bring this up. I'm calling it the Crypto Launchpad. So it'll be on the Gold Members page. Here you go. Okay, Crypto Launchpad right here. June 21st. We'll do it for 2 hours. We're going to update the portfolio and we're going to basically identify prime opportunities for the second half of the year. For those that want to get in, if you bought the software, all you need to do is contact me either through the email or Discord. We'll send you the link. Everyone else, look, get to become a basic member here. Check out all the resources, hit the basic members page, and then, you know what I'm going to say, get the 2-week trial, because all of the patterns we're about to go through they're going to be generated automatically on TradingView. Send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. Check that there. Okay, what about these patterns? We've talked about Solana at 121, but how about things that have yet to move? I'm going to rip through a list of things that have yet to move. Here's Scale. Okay, it's a beautiful bat pattern. And I think we're going to have to make a list on these and because we're at a secondary point within the cycle with massive daily patterns, daily oversold, 4-hour patterns, easy. But Scale here down in the 650 area, still 7.4 cents. I think anything under 7.7 is wide open. What about synthetics? That's another one. Big daily, weeklies. Hold on. I know this is a weekly, but I thought I had a couple daily structures. Synthetics is down here with, come on, where's my, sorry, I had a big, massive bat pattern. There it is. All the way back down there. We're 268. I've always said under 360 is a buy. And you know what this reminds me of? We haven't talked about this one in a while, but you got to go to Zcash for things that are, deep down there with major patterns. There you go. Zcash, just time and time again, at 20 or 19 bucks, it hits there and bounces several patterns in the last year on the daily chart. You got 1 and 2 and 3. So looking for things that have yet to move. What about, here's Tezos XTZ. Who put that up? Somebody put that up. Look, 89 cents is you couldn't get any more ideal from a harmonic pattern perspective on this. T1 at 89 up to target 1. We're back there. Target 2, 122. Couple others. Yes. Yes, it is holding strong. And not only that, look, this stuff is all doing what we wanted it to do. I've been saying, wait. And the weekly's got to turn up. Well, now it did. In the last 48 hours, you're back in business. Oh, before I forget, remember what I was saying about the others index? We might as well call that the T-coin index. right here. This is big. Okay, couple of dots, beautiful pattern. The weekly also. High level HSI that's going to trigger this week. What does that mean? That this others chart and this others pattern, and what happened here and here at around 264 billion is a failure. And it's a failure with this close on the week anywhere at this level, because HSI is going to do the following. Look, you are scooped out. So this is one of those high level continuation. You put the low in on the last 4 or 5 bars, and now a weekly breakout of 300 billion. You're there. So my point is, you guys, I've been talking patience for a while. Okay, throw that out the window. It's time to really hunker in and let's get going again. And remember all of those other AI type stuff. Here's OP with a weekly HSI. It checked back. It was perfect. You've got dailies oversold too. Where's my, I had another bat pattern off the top here. Is it Coinbase or Binance feed? It goes Binance feed. I had a bat pattern there. Regardless, 2.4. 2.4, looking good. Aptos, yes. Aptos is another one with a big pattern there. Daily oversolds. Weekly, daily and weekly. Weekly inflection. Yeah, weekly is turning up there. Maybe needs till next week. Oh, look, this API 3. I've talked about this a few times. I'm not going to get everyone, guys. Okay, they're not, because you're not going to have patterns in every situation going to be ideal, but there you go. $2, now 260. We've talked about that several times. But let's just line up these that have the big patterns. 2 more. Engine Coin. I think this is another. Check out Engine Coin here. We were saying 26 cents, 28 cents. It scraped that at the beginning of the week. And where is it? Hold on. It's another bat pattern right off the top, right here. There you go. So I would say you're at 31.9. I would say anywhere at 30 cents. Engine Coin's getting ready. I mean, kind of reminds me of, like, dare I say, Fetch AI a long time ago. Couple others. Perfect patterns. Here's Elon Tether, Gartley. 1/75 millionth of a penny, but hey, you're looking for T1, T2, and that's another one. Remember Brett and Myro, all these MAME things? Well, they're ready. There's Brett. No, that's not Brett. There's Brett. Come on, where's Brett? There's Brett. Brett was 3 cents. And the other one was Myro. I'm just searching for, I'm just searching for patterns, guys. That's all. And look at Myro. It was perfect. I tweeted about that a month ago. And I think that gets you easily 23, 24 cents. Yes, XRP, guys, of course. XRP is, Prime. Oh, that is another one. Prime is another one I want to talk about. XRP is a go. It's a go anywhere under 52. And I don't care if you spend 6 more months there. You are scraping the lows. With what you know as well, XRP will catch bids. And we're, the closer we get out of this first half of the year, okay, the better this scenario is going to turn up on you. How about this Echelon Prime? PRIME. Talked about that recently, and it's like this. Yeah, this reminds me of Solana a lot before Solana. I mean, this is a target too. You got 2265 written all over this. You got a yellow dot getting put in today. As they say, it's prime. It is prime. A couple others. Things that have yet to move. I'm going to give you some real T-coin flavor stuff that you should be looking at. Here's Spell at 77 hundredths, thousandths of a penny. Doesn't matter. You go to above 1/10 of a cent. Yeah, it's 700ths of a penny, 800ths, 8400ths of a penny, and now you go to 1/10 of a penny. There, that's again Myro, Brett, Prime. They all have these, and you are early in development. Okay, just get stretched out. You needed Bitcoin to do its thing. A couple others. Sure, Zill. You know, that's another one of these. There's a shark off the top. 2 cents, 2.3 cents. You're going to hold 2 cents. So, I mean, you're at that point where, hey, if we turn up a little bit more, you're going to be leaving the station. Here's a link. Speaking of leaving the station, remember we were just 2 weeks ago, $13. It was a bunch of type 2s in the 4-hour down here. 12.9 to what's that XA level was 13.5. I mean, look at it now. Little butterfly off the bottom, but put that in for now. I mean, it's ideal. And then your weekly, yeah, see, here's the thing, okay? And I know a lot of people are like, they're not completely accustomed to harmonic strength index or some of the proprietary indicators. That's okay. That's why I recommend everyone gets like 2 weeks to access the program. Just empirically look at where this stuff is identifying critical continuations. Knowing what we know, all right, knowing what we're looking for here in the next 6 months, you're preceded by ideal weekly and daily setups that, you know, we could be looking back a lot on this, just like we were back in October. A couple more that I want to highlight before I get out of here. On the Friday, Kusama, guys. Kusama. What do you think of this stuff? Gartley scraping the low at 26.80, now 30. Now 30. Okay, that's a massive Gartley. That's just a beautiful pattern. You're going to look back on that and be like, yeah, that was an incredible pattern. That was 62 back in December, down to 26. Now you start again. H bar, sure. Now H bar was something we were looking for a little bit lower, and it might be getting away from us. I'll wait on this, but I was really hoping we get back to 7. It might not happen like that. So, you know, that's one to put on the side. But there were a lot of patterns there. Here's another one in the H's, is this helium. It's on Coinbase. Look, $4. It's the bat off the top. 385 is the hop. All right, and it's, you know, that's ideal retracement behavior. And then can you get this thing to go back up? You know, you're looking for HSI to crack it, go up. And then the bottom indicators amplified RSI. Just think of that as like an accelerated RSI on steroids. As soon as these crack the 50 line, then you can play that into a more aggressive stance. It's again, it doesn't look like much, but you're down here in the 470s looking for a target one at 752. That's how to be thinking about it. Oh, remember, was it ICP? ICP with the daily oversold. I think we had some 4-hour patterns down here. Where are the 4-hour patterns? Back here, like around 12 bucks. Yeah, there you go. That's a type 2 on the 4 hours. So daily's oversold. 1240. You want to take a whack at ICP? Go for it. Start it. Book it. Couple more. Oh, yeah. Here you go. How about Phantom? Remember that? Where's Phantom? Phantom was 4-hour. There you go. Sharks at 65. 58 was the low. I think at least 94. Shark to 50. Couple more. Yeah, we can look at those miners. Here's Mana. Wasn't that daily? You got 4-hour stuff, but there's some daily things here. Did we retest that 35, 34? Not quite. I think, wasn't it 40 cents? There was something here at 40 cents on Decentraland, on Mana. It was a 4-hour and your dailies got oversold. Yeah, a couple of back-to-back patterns here. 42. I think there's some slightly better opportunities there. Yeah, Gala's another one in that engine coin and Phantom territory. Yeah, look, 4-hour on Gala. You got 1 and 2. Basically, remember we were saying this last week, 3.9 cents. 3.8 was the low. So again, you're really close to doing some thing more than just a consolidation, because Gala's like so many of these T coins. You've just been riding this downtrend since beginning of March, end of February, and there's the first thrust out. That's kind of a big deal. Oh, let me say this. Hold up. Let me see here. Try to get this over better. What about Curve, CRV? Yeah, that's 43. Yeah, 43 currently, and it's just sitting on the same set of patterns. 4-hour dailies. Yeah, I like that one, and I think you're probably headed for another similar move as back here. Back in January, went from 43 to 90. Maybe we go 43 to 61 minimum. Or off of that secondary pattern, maybe up to $1. But yeah, great patterns. Ideal confirmation. So that's what we're looking for. I will say this, a couple of these others, this COT on Coinbase, where are you? I had big patterns here. Right around 12 cents. Or is it Cartesi? I know it's Cody and Cartesi. Both of those pumped the same time back in January. And yeah, that's around 11 cents. And then Cartesi's like this. Where'd you go? Daily. And that's around 20 cents. There you go. Big bat pattern. So 18 cents, 18.7. Confirmation was like 18.5. So a bunch of these are already. I mean, I just like the fact Bitcoin's turned up. All of these other patterns have stabilized for a while, and you're trying to just get put on some juice and get going. Finally, a few more. Here's something I haven't talked about this in a while, but this is kind of a secret. This is Alchemy Pay. Okay, I'm looking at this for the type 2. I have been for a while. Don't let that get away. I'd say around 2.1 cents, but it would be a perfect type 2. And just because you're not there now, that's fine. We can get there. And these type 2s, once they hit, my guess is that they pivot and go. One or two more. Was it AI Tech? AI Tech, or was it? Hold on. It was this ARB. I already talked about this ARB. Yeah, ARB. There's another one. Just massive patterns. Really clear. Target these off of the low. We already did ZRX. I did Ethereum. How about Binance Coin? Meanwhile, NASDAQ's not doing anything today, but that's a no-brainer. Just no biggie. Binance Coin is the big weekly shark, remember? Come on, where'd you go? There's the shark. And here's a dot. And I'm still looking for the target one. Maybe we get a yellow dot this week. So that's about the only thing that is in this kind of a position. It's interesting. I'm watching it closely. Okay. What my guess is that if we're super strong, this actually continues higher by Sunday. Plenty of time there. But that's one of the key ones I'm watching. The other one is Cardano never got to its 39, 38-cent target. And we're doing some interesting weekly things. You know, another HSI here. You're checking back at support around 46. Looks like this on the 4-hour chart. So there's software scratching out a crab pattern down here. If that is a crab pattern, we're still quite early, and there's plenty of time to jump on that. I'm thinking, look, this yellow dot that came in and it held once, twice at 43 or 44 cents. It's probably a good spot to be looking for. All right, so watch Cardano over the weekend. I mean, Cardano is just ready to go above 50 soon. I want to look for an entry. I mean, essentially the last 3-4 days, it finally did some things out of that zone. I need a better feed though. What about Coinbase? Come on. Binance, Coinbase. There you go. Oh, the daily did have a couple of patterns here too. Remember the daily had a shark. Oh, that's Ergo. Daily had a butterfly. There you go. Crab. My fault. It was perfect type 2 crab. So the other thought here with Cardano is if that's the second move, you know, one move T1 to T1 dollar sign, there's the T2 and T2 dollar sign, then look, from a harmonic perspective, the pattern has done its job. Okay? It's always reaction, type 1 reaction, type 2 reversal. All right? And so if that type 2 reversal is over, yeah, then we're looking for smaller signs. It's probably 44, 45 cents as the major low. A couple more. Yeah, we did Cardano. We've talked What have I said about Axie? Forever, 665, right? 665 forever, now 737. And it's just it's a stretch retest here. Kind of this big looping retest, 675. And we had some, the yellow dot off of this big dump and head back up again. Not too much to ask. Oh, couple more before I get into those. Look, balancer. I know I'm pulling them out of the toilet, really. The T coins, but this is what's going to make the big moves with stuff like that. Balancer, 330, yellow dot. I mean, if that was a stock, I'd say go. Did the weekly trigger on that one? Almost. Weekly's there too. Take a look. Let me blow up HSI. There you go. So we're doing the inflection like this. It's a lot like the last two times. Hits the zero, comes up, hits the zero, comes up, and follows through. That's what you're looking for. There's big things going on. Even from a simple price bar, 3-bar breakout range, that should trigger more follow through. There's a 3-bar breakout. You can't even go back. You could go back through a whole series of price action. Look, that's the first time in, I don't know. Where is a 3-bar breakout? No breakout there, no breakout there. I mean, maybe that's a failed 3-bar breakout, but this is the first one since that low. We looked at OP, XLM. Yeah, we talked about the Grayscale XLM ETF yesterday, and tons of patterns. I mean, tons. Okay, 10 cents. XA level is 9.1, would be the perfect type 2. There you go. Okay, you could still get one more retest down. They're not all going to set up exactly the same way, but if they haven't completed yet, they're real close. The 4-hour charts like that. Yeah, you did get a type 2 off that bat. Yeah, we did OP. Yeah, let's look at some of the miners. Riot is one I've been talking about, where right around this $10 level forever. The 4-hour, I talked about it yesterday, and 1030 on the 4-hour time frame, which is exactly where you are. 805 was the low. That should be your low, and you're looking for the miners to turn up. Others like Clean Spark and Mara trying to do some things. Hold on the 4-hour. There's Clean Spark. Come back to the daily though. Yeah, it's like that. These will run when Bitcoin breaks out. As soon as the second Bitcoin breaks out, these will start to go. Mara, I think Mara had a 4-hour retracement. There's, daily, bang, daily, shark right off the top. That was at 15. Yeah, the 4-hour chart is that larger type 2 at around 1788. So that's a really nice setup there. I do like that Mara. Pretty much you've got 1-2 lows trying to get put in. What about MicroStrategy? I know that was up big. Yeah, 1540. Nice bat. Let's see what happens there at 1513. That's on the 4-hour. I'm not too concerned about the 4-hour. Is probably going to give you a pause. If anything, it's more about this daily setup that started last week. You know, you put in the low last week, and then you started turning up with the breakout like Monday. So I still like that. Again, MicroStrategy is, come at least back up to retest the highs, if not do something more substantial. Again, Bitcoin runs, this runs. Top 5 crypto that I have potential to explode. Depends on really the retracement, the pullback. I think you could look at a number of different candidates of things that are going to continue from here. And it probably won't be identically the same as the first half. I think those gaming like Engine Coin and Phantom and Gala, they probably all have a space here. And then other things like the meme coins, they're acting funky. They really are. And I mean, funky in a way where their surprising support continues to pile in. Let me think about that. I put up a kind of I was going to do that for the webinar on June 21st of like a top 5 T coin list. But I don't want to get stuck like we were in December, where, in late October, we were all over the turn, and I was going to do a big webinar, and I should have moved it up to November, because by the time we did it in December, things had already moved 20-30%. Same kind of a thing. I think we could move probably sooner than later. Coinbase, you're just waiting for this thing to do something off of these levels. HSI turn up, or even better, look, your weekly retracement is almost over, which is another thing you want to see. You want to see these stocks really bust a move. So I'm liking those probably in a week or so. They break out, Bitcoin moves, these all will start to fly again. I mean, Coinbase has got 886 written all over it, all time. It's like this. Be interesting to see. Can we get at least a 382? 382 weekly would be, 195, 190. And then, something, there's no ABCD there. But 886 is like that. One or two more. Yeah, Kosh Network. We've talked about that. I mean, that had some big patterns at the low. Akash Network is like this. Looks really strong. I mean, that looks like one of those Araya chain, and what was the other one? There's another one. I forget, but look, that's Akash Network is an AI thing, and you had your chance back at $3, but this is the tough part about it. I mean, you had a perfect type 1, and it tried to blast off, and you even generated some bearish readings up here where you never came back for the type 2. How to play that one, you just got to wait. I think you're going to have to take shots on an hourly pullback. You're kind of chasing it, but we've seen what can happen. There's an hourly on Akash. It was a T2. Hold on, let me clean it. This is ridiculous. Remove this other stuff. But on the hourly, it was a type 2, and that's back at 517. That's how I would wait for it. Maybe we get another pattern as we grind higher, maybe back at 530 or 520. A little late on that, though. But it is, look, this is one of the ones where you look at its prior history, It has a lot of the similarity where this daily, weekly uptrend is looking to just continue and go into new price discovery, which is different than a lot of the crypto that haven't even reached their all-time 382. Yeah. What about the yeah, what about let me move on really quick. I do want to update. The Qs are down today. Nominally, Nasdaq's off 30. You guys have a few questions on some tech. I think let's deep dive on Tuesday. All right, this is about crypto, and it's about identifying those patterns where we want to be jumping in with the levels looking left. Here's Nasdaq. Look, daily time frame. I'm impressed with this rally, and we said we would go to the 886 all along, up here at 18.6, something like that. We can even connect the dots. Looks like this. Okay. I think maybe we pause up here a day, 2 days, 3 days, something like this. There's your 886 right on that bar. So that was Wednesday. There you go. 18,540. And so maybe we come back, kiss that, and then next week we continue higher. And I do think this is the early stage of the second half of this year, which is, are we going to fail this shark? It's like this. We're going to fail that shark and finally make the run to the 1618, because that is the objective. Has been the objective the whole time. Go up here, pause. What'll end up being just a few weeks, and then 1618 is it's like 21, just like 2,000 higher. Yeah, it's 20,500, 20,800. That's what's at stake, and we'll know literally 19,001, and forget about it. It will continue higher. So don't be surprised to see them knock on this door a few more times, which is like 18,700. Same can be said for the S&P. Dow's knocking on 40,000. Okay, a lot of round numbers. I just think there's psychological. There's the crab for the futures, S&P futures, 53.30, 53.28. Maybe they knock on here a couple of times, but by the end of June, I say we are well on our way up to that 58.16 hop level. And we know what the deal is on the SPY. I mean, really, it's like, yeah, there's the 1618. I'm going to say 56.50. Quickly. We're just starting it. And again, it all got triggered by this weekly HSI, counter HSI within that zone. Big deal. This is what Bitcoin and crypto are about to do. It's a great example. Maybe this pause was 4 weeks longer, but there you go. Weekly against a bearish zone, that always tells me, okay, more time, more consolidation to go higher before I can consider that. And that's crypto. Appreciate that on DYDX. And we'll get to the other ones, guys, Monday. Tuesday. I wanted to get in front of this, though. Especially I had to cut yesterday short. So that's what I have for a special Friday session. Thanks, everybody. Come on back, join us our normal time, Tuesday and Thursday, 12:15 or so. That's generally when we start. Other thing is to get to harmonictrader.com, go to the basic members page and get all the resources, start there, get the software, HPC at sr-analyst.com. and then you can join us for that webinar on the 21st. And if I decide to move it up, I will let you guys know. All right, guys, have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen.